Hey everyone, Dave here. I think we would probably all agree that we've all found out a lot about ourselves, those around us, those in our immediate circle, and wider society in the last, 15, 16 months now. I would suggest that in the next few weeks we're going to find out even more. A society that persecutes a minority is a society that has really lost its mind and lost its soul. And I think, unfortunately, what we're going to see over the coming weeks is a concerted and relentless and incessant attempt to not persuade but coerce skeptical individuals who have applied logic and reason into doing something that they do not want to do. I'm seeing words used such as Refusenix. So apparently, if you make a choice, a personal choice, not to do something, that makes you a refusenik. And this term as well, anti-vaxxer, it always makes me laugh. It's so lazy. It's like saying, oh, you don't like tennis? Oh, right, so you're anti-sport, are you? I don't like hip-hop. Oh, so you're anti-music. One of the frustrating things, I often use the word frustrating about being able to project your thoughts, project what you think about the world in an independent way, is that you're surrounded by many people who simply cannot do it. They either never had critical thinking abilities or they've had them removed. I'm starting to think many people never had that ability in the first place, that capacity for independent thought. And it's easy to manipulate. Easy to manipulate those who are obedient against those who are blindly obedient against those who are not obedient. Easy to manipulate those who will join the crowd, to persecute those who refuse to join the crowd. Easy to manipulate those who are driven by fear, to persecute and turn against those who are driven by love, truth, dignity. And I come back to the word choice. We all should have a choice at the moment, and we do have a choice. And I'm exercising my right not to have a vaccine that I don't want. Now, for the purposes of this video, I am not providing any medical misinformation. YouTube, I've already been censored twice. I'm not. If people want to have the jab, fair enough. No problem. People want to wear a face mask in accordance with what the rules are. No problem at all. No problem. I'm not disputing any medical guidance whatsoever, whether via the World Health Organization or our own government. I'm not. Right, what I'm talking about is we have a right to choose with regard to getting a jab, and we also have a right not to be coerced. And the frustrating thing is, it's when you can see what's going to happen because it's so clear, and then it does happen but others still can't see it. It doesn't matter. And this isn't necessarily, you can apply this to anything, right? But with many people, once they've had their ability to feel, to use their intuition and their capacity to think freely removed from them, or if they've never had those abilities in the first place, then things such as reason, logic, statistics, fact, empirical and anecdotal evidence, context, background, depth and breadth, debate. None of these things matter. I think it was Alexander Solzhenitsyn, he talked about it in the Soviet Union, about the ones who could see what was happening. And he was told, you know, the ones who could see what was happening, trying to raise awareness to the brainwashed masses. And he was told, you have their logic, they have theirs, and mere words cannot bridge that chasm. And that's the thing, words, only certain words matter, uttered by the mouths of people who are deemed to be the authority. But who is the authority? Who do we choose to be the authority in our lives? Because I'm my own authority, and I act in accordance with with my own logic, with my own values, with my own ethics, and with my own morals, not with somebody else's. I'm going to talk about, we may find out a lot more about people in the coming weeks that we know. People that we know. Let's see whether respect is maintained. Let's see whether people are able to even have a little kernel of respect for the right to choose, the right for free speech, the right for people to make their own decisions and their own choices in line with what they think is best for themselves, regardless of what people think about the greater good. And I'll talk about the greater good in another video soon. And I just want to say as well, for anybody who is feeling, this is in any area of your life, if you're ever feeling coerced, if you're ever feeling under pressure, if you're ever feeling bullied into doing something that you don't want to do, there's only one choice that you've got. If you want to stay on the right side of history, just stay true to yourself. Do what you know is right, no matter how hard it is. I think that, just let this car go past. Stay true to your own personal truth. Walk your own path, no matter how lonely you feel. Because I tell you, actually, I don't think any of us are feeling as lonely as we did a year ago. More and more and more. More and more people, they are waking up. But let's not give in the face, of what is to be incessant propaganda, I'm sure. Remember that you have a right to, they have a right to choose, but you also have a right to choose. You do. You have a right to choose what is best for you, in line with what you think is right, is the right thing to do. So let me say once again, I'm not contravening any guidelines. I'm not contradicting any official medical or scientific advice. I am not. I'm simply reminding people that we all have a choice. And if we're ever coerced into making a specific choice because somebody else or a deemed authority thinks that's what's best for us, then that's a red flag. That's a red flag, and that spells danger. And we need to remember that. So let's see what happens over the next few weeks, and let's see who's got that respect for others to make choices in their lives, what are best for them. Let's see who is making choices aligned with truth and love and freedom, and who's making choices aligned with fear. Maybe fear of what other people might think of them. Fear of being the odd one out. Mark Twain famously said, whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it's time to take a step back and reflect. It's liberating always being in the minority, actually. Makes you realise you're doing something right. Anyway, let me say again, I'm not contradicting any official guidance. or guidelines or advice or rules or laws or anything like that. Just reminding people, you have the divine right to choose. And I do mean the divine right to choose what's best for you in your own life. Please share this video with anybody who you think might benefit from it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And let's hope YouTube don't take it down. Right? I will speak to you all very soon. Bye bye.